Okay, I think I might be live. So, I am doing another live video just for the heck of it. Coming to you from the messy office. And I don't really have much to report this week. Since last time, um, I have a couple eBay. I'm kind of in trouble because there was a couple eBay listings that I accidentally won, and I'm between my paychecks or whatever, so my husband had to help me with that. Stupid desk. Oh, I need to buy a new desk so badly. Uh-oh, now I think I must have busted it. Um, so I could talk about those a little bit. I'll talk about them more um, when I get them. Obviously, I just won them. So over the last week, I've been looking around because I like the vintage Barbies, and I found so I was looking at Barbies from like the early 80s when I was a kid, in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. And there's three of them that I saw that I remembered, and I don't remember all of them. So, and I have a terrible memory. So if they triggered a memory, I was like, ooh, I want to get them. So the first one I got was the well, it's not the first one I got, but the first one I recognized was the Kissing Barbie from 1978, something like that, which would have been put me at about 7. And I don't remember the Kissing Barbie, but I remembered that dress like vividly. So I have actually two. I won one. The doll is in such great condition, but I don't really care about the Kissing Barbie doll. I'm really into it I really want the dress. So I got her because she wasn't in great condition, but the dress looked like it was in really good condition. And I think I won that for like $4.25 or something. So that was exciting. The other one I got, I looked at, and that's $4.25, mind you. This doll is not. um, and the other one I got was the pretty Pink and Pretty Barbie, which was in a better condition, and I think I got her for about $10. And it had most of her outfit, if not all of her outfit. I don't know about her shoe. I don't remember exactly, but again, I recognized the pink top on that one from when I was little, and I think that was 81 maybe. And my sister didn't recognize, she recognized the pink boa on that one. She's a couple years younger than me, so I had to get that one. And then the last one was, um, okay, so the other one I haven't gotten yet. I haven't bid on even. I really want to get a copy of Crystal Barbie and Ken because I was triggered by the outfits. I remembered the clothing. I remembered that Ken. I remembered, hi, Alexandra. I'm just chatting. I don't have anything important today. I was just talking about some vintage Barbies that I am interested in getting, and one that I won on two that I won on eBay in the last couple days, and I'm excited about. Um, and then so the third one, like I said, trying to get. I want to get Crystal Barbie and Ken, but those are a little more expensive. So the Ken is less expensive than the Barbie, so I might have to. I could probably buy the Ken at a reasonable price in good shape, but I might have, and reasonable for me is cheap. But I might have to piece the yeah, I'm like discovering I used to love my Barbies when I was really little, and now I'm sort of obsessed again. So, which is bad. Um I like the older vintage ones more than the new ones because I don't do doll stories or doll dioramas on Instagram where I need posability. So, um I don't know. I really am interested in getting a Barbie vintage head, like Superstar era, and then putting it on a made to move body if that's possible. So I think that would be cool. Um, so Alexandra, when you get things from AliExpress, how long does it take you to get them shipped to you where you are? Um, I'm wondering if it's faster for you than it is for us here in the States. Oh, my nose is running. Oh, excuse me. So I have a, hold on a second. Well, that's pleasant. I'm sorry about that, but I don't want to, I want to be hygienic. 2 months? Oh my gosh. Okay, that's longer than it takes for us to get it. 2 months. My goodness. You must have to really plan your purchases way ahead of time. It's worse right now because of the holiday season, but oh, my desk. I really need to. Yeah, I'm okay. My desk is a mess. Like there's I need to go underneath my desk and tighten the legs. They keep they keep moving around on me and I lean on my desk, So I push them out of place all the time. Hi, Sabrina. Go lay down. So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm flailing all over the place. I'm like, ah. Yeah. So I'm waiting on a mini Blythe from AliExpress and they put me, I don't understand why they said they upgraded me to combined shipping, but I only have $1 in the order, so I don't know if they upgraded me to combined shipping with some other people that are, you order before or after Christmas. 2 months, man. I mean, I thought 1 month was bad. Finally trying to start I'm making a wig, Alexandra. Um, I made the head part with some stretchy sock fabric or trousers sock fabric and tacky glue. And I didn't quite cut it I didn't quite get the hairline the way I wanted it, but that's okay. But I've been scared to do it, but watching your videos with all the wigs you make, Alexandra, really inspired me. And I have some hair wefts that I also glued with tacky glue. I probably need to make more. This hair is actually from this doll. I just wanted to give her a different haircut. In fact, so I don't know if I'm going to have enough hair since I made these wefts so long. I should have cut them in. She needs to have a short haircut. And I still have some hair left somewhere on my table that I have to turn into wefts. I don't know where I put the rest of her hair. Oh no. So I don't know if those hair wefts are going to work or if I have to try. Maybe I was originally going to try to do some yarn, but then I'd have to go like hunting for the right color. I have a lot of yarn stashed away all over this room. Um, and sometimes you have bad internet too where you are. Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than bad internet for sure. Um, Shoot, what happened to the rest of her hair? This is really going to bug me now. This wouldn't happen if I was a neat person, but because my life is chaos right now. What I'm trying to do for that doll is turn her into Cindy Lou Who, and I'm actually pretty frustrated right now. So, I've tried all kinds of things I'm trying to do the Cindy Lou from the original book and animated movie, not the new ones, the old ones, which seemed like it would be easy because it's just a simple pink dress. So I have made the dress part, and the problem has been trying to attach the trim to the dress because it's so small. And I didn't want to go out and buy or look for any white. So there's two different ways she's shown. Sometimes in the book, she has white trim, short sleeves, and a scalloped bottom on her dress. In the movie, the first animated movie, she has pink trim that's like scalloped, long sleeves with pink trim, and the longer dress with the scallops on the bottom. So, um, I didn't. So I've tried various things to. I didn't have any white lace, so I had some of this. So I tried making ruffles, but because this is a knit fabric, it flares out, and because her arms are so short and her hands are so thick, it just was not looking right to me. And I hate gathering is so annoying to do. And so it just wasn't looking it wasn't in the right look at how big that is. It's not in the right scale, and it wasn't, and I didn't like the color. So I tried that. Then I tried to use okay, it's nice to see you, Alexandra. Bye. Um and then I tried to use elastic and make so that if I could gather the end of the sleeve and have the elastic at the wrist, then maybe it would ruffle that way. But I um I don't have the right elastic and it wasn't gathering, and I was trying to use my sewing machine and the whole thing did not work. I can't even really get this to get it tight enough on her. It's just I'm just so mad. So that didn't work. I can get it on her hand over her hand, but I have to pull it really tight. I have to pull it. I have to struggle. So that didn't work. So I was annoyed with that. Um, then I tried to use a white ribbon that was a lot. This is off white. This is actually some kind of bias ribbon that I got in my grandmother's stash, and it was thinner, so it was um, not thinner. It's light. It's very silky and lightweight, so that actually was doing better, but it was not the right scale. And it frayed and the whole thing, it looks like somebody pinked it at one point. So that didn't work. I was too annoyed with that. So then I started crocheting a picot edge trim. This could work, but I just don't like the way it looks. I don't know. It's too. So here's the sleeve. I could. I just don't like the way it looks. I don't know. I don't like it on the sleeves. It's like her arms are so short and everything at that scale is so small, and I was already crocheting with this, like, ridiculously thin white thread and a small needle. I could have probably even gone smaller and tighter. This is a 1.6 millimeter hook. But it was aggravating me, and I've decided that I don't need the aggravation. Um, I need to get this challenge. I don't know. I thought this challenge would be easier, so I started it first than the nightmare one, even though it's like, um, I think it's due on the 23rd or something. So, anyway, so I've decided to just go with I've decided to try to do the book version and or closer to the book version. I'm just going to make some plain sleeves cuz it's irritating the hell out of me. And then I might try to put this as the collar trim somehow. I had made another one. Oh, where did it go? I had made so I I had done this with 4 rows, and it's just a simple picot stitch. I might try it one more time and maybe just do 2 rows or something and attach it because this was gonna go underneath, but I don't know if I can do that with the this, neckline. So, I might redo it one more time because this neckline needs to be like that. I need to fold the neckline up. And I think the scale of this now is gonna be too big, and if I try to turn it, which is what I was originally gonna do, it's too big. So, I think I'm going to crochet this one more darn time. Ugh, my hair is bugging me. Um, and then attach it that way. So the other thing is, for some reason, with these little armholes, it was giving me fits as far as like sewing it the regular way with everything opened up. So, because I couldn't, it's tiny and I couldn't figure out the armhole. So actually, what is easier for me, hand sewing, is to take this off, stitch the sleeve into a tube, and then put the tube and the dress on a fat crochet hook lined up, and then sew them together. So that's what I'm going to do. Um, I thought I might do this. I might just, I don't know, chat and sew a little bit, sew this up and show you when I get to that point. Again, though, I'm not sure. I'm not planning on staying on very long. Um, so yeah, so I think, and I could, what I should do is turn around and at least sew up. I got to hem these. I should do that on the sewing machine with the correct needles and stitch, like a small, um, with a small zigzag stitch, but I'm kind of not into that today either right now. I'm discovering that I don't know. I sometimes I really like doing really fine detail work, but today and this week is not one of those days. I really wish I was sewing for a bigger doll right now, but I want to get these challenges done, and I do need to. I do need to. The other thing I want to do is, well, I got some Barbie stuff I need to get done. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired. I haven't woken up yet totally. Um, I stayed up way too late and then I slept in way too late. So, um, and by way too late, I think I was up till like 5:30. Then my husband got up at 6 because he had a trade show he had to get to because he sells records, so he had a record show he had to get to. And then I was awake for that. So I didn't really get back to sleep till about 7. And then I was up again at like 9 and then 11 and then I finally rolled out of bed around 2. Um, so the reason I should be sewing this with a zigzag stitch is because, so for knit fabrics, apparently what the YouTubers tell me, the people who know what they're doing with sewing machines and sewing, is that for knit fabrics, um, you shouldn't just sew straight seams because usually what happens is then they pop when the fabric stretches because they have no give. I am not planning on this stretching very much, so um, I'm not making this super stretchy. So I'm just gonna really quickly do some running stitches on it to get it to, like, I'm doing the hem of the sleeve here. I just want to get this done, guys. And I still have to futz around with the hair. Um, so let me take my glasses off so I can see, because I'm extremely nearsighted. So it's like better if I do this without my glasses on. Um, So all my patience for this and trying to make it perfect have has gone out the door. I don't know if you guys get that way, but I mean, I am like on iteration a million of this now, and it's really frustrating. I'm like a super perfectionist, and it's extremely frustrating to me since I'm still a very new sewer. Um, that I can't have things come together as easily or like in my mind how I want them. And again, a lot of it I'm finding out too is, it's not just technique. It's just like when I first started knitting, my husband would always say, why are you buying more yarn? You don't need more yarn. And I'm like, well, your whole room is filled with yarn. And I'm like, yeah, but I want to do this project. And for this project, I need a sport weight yarn and I'd only have worsted, or I don't have enough of the sport weight for this. I don't have enough yards, or I don't have the right color, because it's for a baby and it's for whatever. So, it's the same with sewing, right? It's like if I had some super teeny tiny pre-ruffled trim or something with little pom-poms or something that looked like scallops that was very thin and small and delicate, I probably would have already been done with this. But um I don't, and I've lost my scissors, and now I can't see. Wait a minute. I guess I'll use these scissors. Um, so I'm finding a lot of that is like when you just try to make do and use up your stash, it's satisfying to use up your stash, but you don't always get the result that you want, right? Because you don't actually you're making do rather than, like I'm not a designer sitting here with like, I have this vision and I've drawn a sketch and the sketch includes the type of fabric and look I want. And then I would go out and I would buy that fabric to match the vision. Um, yeah, I don't really have the extra money to go out and buy lots of trims and things. Plus, as you can see, the state of my office behind me, I don't need to be bringing more crap in here. I need to use up what I have. Use up and get rid of what I have. So it has been a challenge, and sometimes I just need to let things go. And the fact that I'm actually finishing a challenge and learning and practicing is more valuable than getting it perfect, and I don't always remember that. So, I also thought I could possibly use some felt because I have some white felt around here. A little bit, not a lot, but I do have enough for there's a little gnat or fruit fly or something flying around in my office and I can't get rid of it. Bugging me. Um, I think it's a fruit fly because I think we got some fruit came in and we have some fruit flies and one of them wandered up here and it's just small enough that I can't find it, but it every once in a while buzzes around me. I got rid of them all downstairs. God, it's like so annoying in the winter, and then when it's winter and you're like, oh, why do I have fruit flies in the house? They should be gone. But every time you bring in fruit, you run the risk of fruit flies, I guess. So yeah, so that's where I am on this. I am just aggravated, and however, I'm sure it'll turn out cute enough, and it doesn't need to be a replica, and I don't need to obsess. I can always remake it again in the future when my skills or my stash is better. Or if I wanted to do knit fabric because, the dress she has is clearly a knit. It's not like it's very flowy. It's not like a structured cotton garment or something, So I really wanted to do a stretch knit fabric or not. This isn't a very stretchy. It's knit, and it's a little bit stretchy, but it's not like super stretchy. Which is why I'm getting away with the straight stitch because I'm not making it skin tight or anything, or not very skin tight. Well, maybe we'll see when I try to put it over her hand if I pop the seams or not. Um, my gosh. So yeah, so the other thing I don't like hemming. I don't like hemming knits either because they just don't stay nice and crisp. I could maybe if I got my iron out, but I don't have a tiny iron. I want to get either one of those little clover dritzy ones that just have the tiny little ironing hook head, or I want to get a travel iron because mine is like a regular. It's over there with my big ironing board, and from when I was pressing and blocking my knits. Because let's face, I don't block my, I don't iron my own clothes. It was only for when I was blocking knits, but I don't need. I'd probably burn myself if I tried to use that on something this tiny. So um, that's one of the things I need to put on my Amazon wish list. I have the small clovery one, I think, on there maybe or saved somewhere, but I don't know if that one's any good. I feel like maybe a small travel iron would be a better quality thing. If if you guys watch this later and you have one of the either of those things, let me know how they work out for you. Okay, so I have hemmed this up. So these are actually now probably going to be shorter than I want. Um, because I think I cut these shorter for the trim, but I don't think they're quite short enough as a short sleeve. So they're probably, but I'm over it. Um, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to hem up the side and then I'll show you how I sew it together, like sewing it, setting in the sleeve on my crochet hook. I can't think today. All right, so let's take this bad boy. So I think I was going to try to make I was hoping this would come out as a short sleeve, but it might be a tad too long now. I really do like sewing on my machine, but when I sew something this small and these teeny tiny side seams and stuff, I have to put it on paper or else it just doesn't move and it gets sucked up into the hole. Even when I put on my straight stitching plate, which has a teeny tiny hole, it still gets sucked in there. Oh, come on. So I'm going through some thread or something. Sorry, I'm looking for my pliers, but I think they're all, this is not the pliers I want. My old jewelry pliers are all busted. It doesn't have any, the spring is gone. So, and my bent nose, I would like to get some, like, there's a lot of things that I would like to get. Let's be real here. Okay, so this is stuck because apparently I'm sewing through my stitches on the end of that. Okay, now I'm just going to do a straight. Oh, maybe I'll do a half backs. No, I'll just sew it, whatever. I generally do like it's not, I think I do a half back stitch when I'm mostly sewing, unless the stitch is going to show. It's more secure. I don't know, it just seems, it doesn't, whenever I do the running stitch, it like puckers the fabric, but when I do this, it doesn't. I don't know why. And yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about sewing for that mini Blythe when it comes. I don't really like sewing this tiny. Again, and it's just because you can't make what you want. Like you have to kind of like edit yourself. You can't make a garment. The smaller you go, the less realistic the garment is, or the less, mm, what is the word I'm trying to say? It's not that they're not realistic, it's that like you can't fell a seam on something this tiny. It's or do a French seam. You can, but it's like becomes really hard because you just don't have enough fabric. And I mean, I guess maybe if I got out my magnifying glass or but no, I think it's really you just don't end up having enough fabric sometimes to do the traditional to do regular sewing. So you have to or to find trims that work or whatever. So you have to improvise, and I'm just kind of, I just want to, I don't know. I don't need right now, I don't need to be, I want to be challenged, but I don't want to be too challenged. So I'm afraid. I mean, I will work with that mini blade, but I think there might be a lot of cursing and there, as I do it, because it's going to be difficult depending on what I make for her. I think it would actually be easier to crochet something than to sew something at that size. Um, all right, so I have the little sleeve made. Now I always have to try to remember I want to do right sides together, so I have to flip this inside out or right side out so that the right side is out. And then I mean, because when you're working this small, even the seams, even when I'm not even working with an 8-inch seam, I'm working with like a 3 millimeter seam, and it's still too bulky at this size. All right, so I am going to put this inside. I'm going to slide this onto my, I don't even know what size this is. No, I do. It's a 10 millimeter, and I could actually go up a little bit, but this is a size 15 or a 10 millimeter US, size 15, 10 millimeter crochet hook made out of plastic. Um, but as see, the cap is bigger, so I could if I, but the weight, this is 10 centimeters here down at the bottom, like pretty snug, but the top is pretty loose. So I have the right side on here. So this is the right side of the fabric. This is the wrong side of the fabric, so I want right sides together. So I am going to match up the seams, and I'm going to slide um, I'm going to slide the dress onto, and I've got the seams matched up. I have no idea if you guys can see any of this. Now, then I have to slide it back up so that the tops are even, or roughly even. Like, I'm not too fuzzy at this scale, whatever. At this size, I just want them mostly even. Now, all right, hold on. It's bigger at the top on the arm side or the arm head, sleeve head, or whatever this thing is called. So I could pin it, but maybe I should pin it. Let me find. Oh, this desk. I need a new desk. We are going to get me a new desk at some point in the next year. So I have these tiny little applique pins that I like to use on tiny little garments. So let's see. I need to figure out these sleeves are equal. So it doesn't matter if I have a right one or a left one because I just made them exactly the same. So I'm going to pin the highest point back here to the, sorry, you can't see this. There's a way I saw that I could get my cell phone. There's an app and something that I could get my cell phone to act as a webcam. So I'm thinking about trying that in the next couple months because then that way I could do lives where I actually am like, without using my camera, I could actually, to film, I could actually film my lives from my phone that was acting as a webcam so you could actually maybe see what I was doing. I don't know. I might try that. It's not even that expensive. So, all right, there's not even enough room in the seam because it's literally like a 3 millimeter seam. I'm going to put the pin in it the regular way. So I'm going to go sideways along the seam instead of like perpendicular or whatever. Can you see? Can you see? I don't know. All right, so I've got the backside held in place. Since this is like knit, it's kind of sticks to itself. It doesn't really move around that much, but that part it does. So, because there's more of a play on that side. So I'll just line this up with my fingers, and then this seems like really fussy, but it's actually once you get it on there, it's actually easier than trying to like turn the arm side, like the arm head inside the arm side to get it, because it's perfectly matched up, and then you just straight stitch around it, or whatever stitch you want to do. I'll probably do the half back stitch for extra security. Um, Again, if I have like made it too small and I'm relying on the stretch of the material, I could pop the seams. But if it's perfect, if it's like a if it's like a cotton or something, it's going to be fine with your regular straight stitch and stuff. So I'm just going to dig in right at the seam to make sure that I'm going to start down around the seam to make sure that my seams stay lined up as well as I can. I actually do find this easy. Like, it doesn't seem like it's easier, but it actually kind of is easier. Like I said, because you're not having to want, they just fit like like a finger in a glove, and then you just sew. I just sew into. It's just easy because I just poke right in like through, and then I don't know how I'm trying to explain this, but it's just really easy with this crochet hook in here. So you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to start doing a half back stitch all the way around the seam. I don't know how sturdy this, this doesn't quote unquote fray, but it certainly does. It's not, I don't know how people use glue. Maybe maybe if I used a fabric glue or something to secure the ends from fraying, but it's a knit, so it doesn't really fray, but I've not, with a tiny seam allowance like this, it doesn't take much for it to wear off or to wear out and fray. I should have strung this with a larger piece of thread because now I keep unthreading my needle because I don't have enough room. So that's stupid of me. Okay. So yeah, so if you're doing a tiny dress and the sleeves give you frickin' a nightmare trying to do them, line them up with pins and doing it the normal way that we make doll sleeves, try this. Set it in. Use like a thick marker or a crochet hook or something else to put in the middle. And that way you have something. I don't know. I wish my words were better today, but it's like it gives you something to hold on to. You don't have to stick your finger down there and stick it. You just stick the plastic of the crochet hook instead of your finger. It's just really easy to manipulate this way and do a set-in sleeve, which again, I find a lot easier with that on this scale than trying to sew flat. But if I was maybe if I was trying to do this on the machine, I would feel differently. I mean, obviously you can't do this on the machine uh, with a crochet hook in there, but I can take that pin out now. But I mean, just hand sewing around the way I would normally do it. I just can't, I don't know. I have a hard time like doing it flat. It's easier to do it this way for me, I've discovered. Now that might be different if I was trying to do a gathered or a puff sleeve. But because I'm just trying to do like what do they call it? I'm just trying to do a flat set-in sleeve with no, it's just easier to ease. Like, so there's barely any ease, like hardly any ease. You don't have to pre-gather this or anything. It matches up. It's a nice flat shoulder. So this way, it's just easier to manage the ease and keep it lined up because it's already in a round. It's already in a round shape. It's already in an arm shape. So I dropped the thread again. Oh, God. Between dropping threads and tangling threads, my relaxing hand sewing has become not so relaxing as of late. All right. Didn't use enough thread, but I'll make it around. I'm just trying to keep this lined up and even, and I was trying to pre-open up my one side of my seam was not flat anymore, so I'm kind of holding all that together now with my hand. Okay. Stop sliding down. You must stay there. You must live there. Stop it. This has got to be riveting. Riveting live YouTube right now, isn't it? You're just glued to the edge of your seat watching me do this. I know you are. Okay. So yeah, I would I think that if I could get my phone as a webcam, then I could set it up on the tripod and film what, do a live of what I'm doing. The next few months are going to be challenging and I'm looking for ways to reach, to do more stuff on YouTube, but with minimal effort of editing and stuff, because I'm just not up for that right now. So I'm sorry, the quality of my content is not going to be stellar for little bits. Not that it ever was, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be all professional right now, I guess. I'm just trying to, share with you guys some stuff but again, so if I was doing this right now with my camera set up on a tripod in front of me, you guys could actually see what I was doing. Um, and that would be a heck of a lot more interesting than me just seeing my head bend over as I use my myopic stare to see my tiny stitches, my tiny seam line. Oh, one of these days my eyes are going to get so bad that I can't even take my glasses off. I got to go back. I don't know. I have bifocals and I'm just not they're just not working out. I need to get, but I'd already got my prescription changed this year, early in the spring. After I got vaccinated, I went down. I finally felt comfortable enough to go and get my eyes. And so I got new glasses and stuff, but my eyes, I don't know if she gave me the wrong prescription or if my eyes just changed again already. It's just not working out for me. So I want to get those taken care of in the next year again. Usually I can go about every other year without a glasses thing, but maybe now that I'm older, that is no longer going to be the case. All right, I've come to the seam. I'm trying to sew it down flat. I have no idea how flat the inner seam is, but it's okay. It's going to work out. All right, now let's see how this turns out when I flip it. I take it off of my stick, and it's just, look, it's just poop, and the sleeve is on there, and it looks pretty decent. Again. All right, let's see how this looks on the doll. I think I'm going to be angry. I don't think I'm going to like it, but we'll just live with it. And again, the only reason I'm not going to like it is because of the length, I think. So it's a nice, neat seam. It's a nice, neat armhole. I'm just trying to futz around. Any dolls that have arms that don't go out and they only go around, like up and down this way, are really hard to put sleeves on when you're designing for them, I've discovered. So, but this is going to work, and it's a little bit, so it's a little bit, I mean, it's okay. The sleeve is bulky. That's the other problem, like, because I couldn't go any smaller on the sleeve. It's just that the seam in there makes it bulky because there's really no room. There's not a lot of room. So it's fine. It's just not 100, it's just not perfect, but it's fine. It'll work. And the length is okay. It's pretty decent. Let me pull this side up and then pull this on all the way so I can see how it would look when it was tied in the back. I also don't think I made my back long enough, so I might have to put a separate panel on the back to close it. But it just I mean, look how nice and flat that seam is on the top and all the way around. It's a really good way to do a set-in sleeve for a teeny tiny doll, and I just find it works better, for me personally when hand sewing to do it this way. It's a lot easier and quicker. It didn't seem very quick to you, but trust me, that's way quicker than if I was trying to, like, turn the arm sleeve head into the arm side and, sewing it out flat. So I'm going to do the same to this side. And then I will hem the bottom. I was going to try to put some trim down there. I was going to crochet some trim down there. I still might do that. Um, I'll see what it looks like when I do the trim on the neck. If I don't like any of it, then we're just not going to have it. We just won't have it. She'll just have a plain pink dress, and maybe I don't know what I could do. Um, so yeah, like I said, right now I want to get on to the Nightmare Before Christmas project, and um, hello, Catherine. I just want to get to and I still have to do her hair, and I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to try to put. I think I might try to put the little antennae things that they have. I have some wire around here. It's just I have wire, but wait, it's in there. It's in there. That's difficult to get to. It's in the drawers underneath those jewelry bins up at the top, which I don't think you can see. But anyway, so I have it. I just need to move boxes away to get to it. Now I'm hot, so I'm going to take this off. It's either too hot or too cold in my office in the winter. So I get like too cold, so then I put my hoodie on, and then I get too hot, so I take it off, and now my arms are all jacked up, and I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Um, so yeah, so I might I have to finish up what the rest, if I can find the rest of that hair that's floating around, then I have to make more of the wefts. And I just don't know if like I said, I think I messed up by keeping them the lengths that they were when I cut them off, because now I don't know if I wanted them longer so I could trim her hair. Better to be too long than too short, but now I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Um, so I might have to find some like off-white or yellow yarn and see if I have any around here, and try to make some yarn hair wefts. Um, so yeah, or I suppose I could. I'm trying to think if I have any blonde. No, I think all the Barbies I have. I was like thinking maybe I could steal some blonde hair off of another doll, but everybody else I think I've used up all. I have red, but she's not a redhead. I have red hair that's loose that I could use, and I have brown hair somewhere. Oh, I bought some loose blonde hair from like a seller on Etsy to reroute a Ginny doll, and I haven't touched that yet. So I do have blonde hair. So if that doesn't work out, I already have doll hair that I could use. So for the wig. So if that doesn't work out, so I need to get this dress done like today because I need to work on the wig. So today is the 12th. So I have 4 days left, and I need to and I want to make some little pink shoes. I have some pink felt. I have some pink felt. So I want to make some shoes. Nothing fancy. And then so then I have to work on the Nightmare Before Christmas. Wait, I have hold on, let's look at the calendar. I think the Nightmare Before Christmas challenge is on the 20. One of these is the 20. Okay, Cindy Lou Who is the 23rd. It's actually the 16th in 4 days is the Nightmare Before Christmas challenge. I haven't even started that yet. Oh my God. But that one should be a lot more straightforward. I say, but I need to make a hat and a dress and a scarf thing. So I actually should have started that one first. I've kind of screwed myself, actually. So I got to get this done today. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I have to start on the other one. And the other one I'm going to do for a Blythe doll. So I'm going to try to stitch that whole, and it's not knit. I think I'm going to try to stitch that whole thing up on the sewing machine. So hopefully it'll go faster. So I guess I should sign off, and let's see, how long have I been talking for? Almost an hour. That's pretty good. So if you made it through to the end, I thank you. Like, nobody, not now, but like if you watch this later, thank you for watching. I know a couple of you do, so, and I really appreciate that. And if you have ever used this sleeve technique, or you have a better way of doing it for teeny tiny dolls by hand, um, let me know. I would love to know. And I guess I will see you guys later when I get those other dolls, or maybe before that. I'll see you guys later. And I'll definitely see you on the 16th with the reveal of my Nightmare Before Christmas, because I have to get that done. So apparently I have a lot of work to do all of a sudden, because I think I had the dates mixed up. I thought Cindy Lou Who was like closer to Christmas. I thought it was the other way around. So I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. So I'm going to end the stream now and get to work and get this finished. And I'll talk to you guys, if not before the 16th, then I'll see you on the 16th when I see everybody's challenge dolls. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Bye, guys.